Hey guys, welcome to KarmaLight readings. Let's see who is getting a reading. Cancer. All right. So this is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. April 2022, but as I always say, energy is fluid. It really just depends on where you're at on your healing journey, spiritual awakening, and your relationship with God. That is how my gift works. So that's going to help you determine how you resonate with this reading. Some of this may resonate for you in the past, currently, or you may start to see some of this manifest anywhere between now and the next 3 months. If at any time this reading does resonate with you, please go ahead and hit the like button so that we can have that exchange of energy. If you're interested in personal reading, links are in the description box below. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started with my blessing and my prayer. You guys, it is spring break and I am a single mom of 3. So if you hear noise in the background, it's just my little minions. Mother, Father, God, Divine Holy Spirit of the Most High, thank you for allowing me to be a clear channel of receiving messages for Cancer in regards to their current life situation, soul journey, and soul path. I ask that these messages provide clarity, guidance, healing, and understanding, as well as a higher knowledge and perception into what karmic cycles and soul lessons Cancer may currently be going through, about to go through, need to become aware of, learn from, heal from, and release. Lord, in all that you are and all that you do, and all that I am and all that I do, I live by your word and your word only. In Yeshua's name I pray. Amen. So I feel an energy, Cancer, of, and this is such a strong word, and I actually don't feel like it's a strong, but I have to say it because it's how Spirit presented it to me, but like just giving up. But at the same time that energy is there, I don't see you, giving up. But I think what's happening is that I burned myself, you guys, with the blow dryer this morning, so forgive me. My head hurts. What I'm seeing is you're approaching this energy differently than you usually do. And that's just to your growth, okay? So where you may feel like giving up, you're like, oh, here's that energy again, where I get depressed or where I this, and you're tackling it this time and you're trying to make use of it or turn it into something different, okay? And I think that it's through you probably bringing in Spirit and God into the situation. So we're dealing with your root and throat chakra here, speaking your truth, your thoughts. So again, you're addressing something. You're trying to change a way of handling situations that you have in the past. So you have Proverbs 16:3, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. And on the back, it says, optimism is the faith that leads to an achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. And then you also have 2 Thessalonians 3:5, may the Lord direct your hearts into God's love and Christ's perseverance. On the back, Matthew 28:20, Jesus said, I am with you always to the very end of the age. I think the reason why you felt like giving up for so long, Cancer, is because you were trying to do it on your own. I think that you were trying to figure everything out on your own, but we're only human, right? I mean, we have Spirit too, but we have to first invite the Spirit in. We have to become one with God, and that takes time. Typically, most people that you see nowadays out here, they walk with God. They have not become, the word has not become flesh yet. Okay. So it's very rare, because in order for the word to become flesh, you have to go through a lot of trials, a lot of tribulations, and you have to fully rely on God through those dark times to ride on. And that's when you go through that transformation and you become the word is flesh. Now, is there a problem or an issue with walking next to God and not? No, but it's going to be a huge transformational process, and you will both see life very differently. The person who walks with God as opposed to the person, or I'm sorry, the person who walks next to God as opposed to the person who walks with God within them, very different perceptions, reactions, and belief systems as to what's taking place here on earth. So it's important first to recognize where you are at on your journey. There was a need for you. For some of you, this was in the past. I feel like you may have already done this, but there was a need for you to take what it was that you wanted out of life and actually give it to God and allow him the opportunity to work his magic in your life. I think that you did know that because you have intuition on the bottom. Crown chakra, third eye. What do I need to do? You went through a lot of self-reflection here in trying to learn how to handle something. You wanted to change something because you were tired of it. Yep, it was your anger. You have anger and movement. Who else had this? No, Sagittarius had anger and growth. Maybe you're dealing with a Sagittarius. But you have anger and growth. Or movement, forgive me. I mean, I couldn't have said it better before. I'll clarify it again and say it just for you to hear it again. But basically, you're doing something different. You're trying to move away from a certain low vibrational energy. You're trying to transform into something different. But in order to do that, you have to go through a series of situations and movement to show your growth, right? And I feel like that's kind of what you're going through here, where how you used to handle certain frustration or upsetting situations, maybe you didn't bring God into them, Cancer. Maybe now you are. But there's a movement of changing, of transforming from being angry, from being upset, from being defensive, from being argumentative, into being much more at peace and pushing through something because you know that what you are looking for is coming to you. I feel like it's also a sense and energy of, why do I keep getting shitted on when I'm not I don't do that to people, is really what Spirit is showing me. Like, I'm connecting with energy here from people who you guys have been intentional with your actions and your communication with people because you didn't want any misunderstandings. And so, but why are shitty things, excuse my language, still happening to you when you don't do that to people? That's really what I'm getting from here. It's like, wait a minute. But it's just part of the lesson and it is coming. Let's see if we can get details. And you're like, yeah, everybody tells me it's coming. It is. Perseverance is here. So you have the Queen of Wands as a current energy. So really stepping into your power and taking back your power of creating, manifesting, and that intention and knowing what it is you want. In the recent past, you have the King of Swords. Again, somebody who's very direct with what it is they want, very truthful, but also maybe could be lacking emotions, okay? Your energy is the Eight of Wands. That's interesting. You have movement here too. You don't want to stand still. I almost feel like you're moving very quickly, but you're not. It's also like you're standing still, but you're in a period of growth. You could be traveling too with the Eight of Wands. You have the Two of Wands as the outside energy. Yeah, you could be traveling. Next steps of action, you have the Tower. I'm sorry, that was a challenge, the Tower. Next steps of action is the Eight of Pentacles. And then you have the outcome as the Seven of Swords. There you are. King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. This is interesting energy because you have the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Wands on the bottom. I feel like there was some type of emotional blockage from wanting to move forward or redo something. I don't know if this has to do with moving, or there just seems to be also like a really heavy burden here. And you kind of felt like you needed to like push something away. I don't know why I'm getting that energy, but you felt like you needed to push something away for the betterment of your growth. All right, so the current energy is the Queen of Wands. Please clarify the Queen of Wands. I feel like you have, you know exactly what you want or what you're looking towards or wanting to do. Clarify the Queen of Wands, please. You have a very pinpointed focus on something. Six of Wands. It's success, it's growth, it's expansion. You don't want it if it's not going to uplift you, if it's not going to upbuild you, if it's not going to take you to where you want to go. I feel like you're on a mission here, a mission to succeed, because you've been on some type of break here, or you may be taking a break from love. There seems to have been some type of deception here in your love life. There's a lot of heartbreak when it comes to a particular connection that you may not be communicating with this person right now. Yeah. There may be pride involved here, so just be careful. You have the King of Swords. I think you're working through your anger right now, and that's why it's like you just need space, or you just need peace, or you just need time. Clarify the King of Swords, please, as the outside energy. Or I'm sorry, the past. Why do I keep doing that with you? That is reflective of something that you're going through. It's like saying one thing but meaning another. I feel like that's the other people, because I feel like you've been very like straightforward, but somebody keeps taking what you're saying like you don't mean what you say. All right, so you have the King of Swords. Yeah. So in the recent past, there was definitely some type of burden. There was some type of obsession, anger. There was something very toxic here and very karmic. Okay, a lot of karmic cycles that were needing to be addressed, a lot of toxic behaviors, a lot of lies, okay, going on with the King of Swords and the Devil. This is a recent past. There was like no truth was coming out of a particular situation here. There couldn't be truth with the Devil here. There is no truth. So this King of Swords energy in the recent past isn't, I don't like it. And then you have the Ten of Wands. It's like this person, you guys may have tried to work on something, or maybe there was some type of tie or commitment here, but I feel like something was shown to you, something like you were able to finally see the truth, or there was an illumination. Okay, and now you have the Eight of Wands. So again, you could have traveled, you could have left, but there's some type of quick, sudden movement that you are making that's unexpected. Clarify the Eight of Wands, please. Wow. Ace of Cups and Judgment. So there's a decision here that you're making on love. When it comes to love, there's either a love connection that is around you, Cancer, or coming to you, or you're traveling to love, or you know what I'm saying? But you're in an energy here where you're trying to move away from anything that is less than what you want. That's really what I see here. You're trying to move towards abundance. You're trying to move towards where you are being led. There's a decision coming up, a judgment, a final judgment on a relationship. And I feel like right now you are at the crossroads here in regards to this. Because you have the Two of Wands as your outside energy. Please clarify what this Two of Wands is in regards to. What is this Two of Wands? What is this Two of Wands? Stability, foundation, commitment, family life. This is about what it is you want, commitment. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune. Are you going to commit it to God, or are you going to commit to the things of this world, is really how I'm viewing it and how God is presenting this to me. But you have a decision to make in regards to, I feel like this is about your stability. Are you going to continue on the same way that you've always been on? Or are you going to allow yourself to move in a new direction and allow fate or destiny to step in and provide you with a new level of stability or foundation? Specifically, Cancer, what I'm seeing is there's a group, a collective here of you who you seem to be at the crossroads for making a decision when it comes to the stability of the rest of your life. Like maybe you've lived in some type of financial instability, or haven't always had a place to stay, or always kind of been staying with other people. You know what I'm saying? But there's a shift coming in, and it's all based on this one big decision that you make when it comes to dealing with a certain situation. In regards to your anger, your triggers, and your frustration. Does this make sense to you? It's making sense to me. I just hope it's not going over anyone's head. Okay, your challenge has been the Tower. So there has been something that came to you. I feel this Tower is reminding me of intuition and also reflection, because you have these cards. Look at this. They really kind of are similar. You see what I'm saying here? So the Tower, and then you have intuition and reflection. So your challenge has been this awakening that you're going through. Your challenge has been listening to your intuition. Your challenge has been really accepting and absorbing what you learned intuitively. Here's why. Because in this day and age, in this environment on this planet that we're on, you know, when you say to somebody, oh, I have to do it this way, and they'll be like, well, how do you know that? Oh, because God gave it to me intuitively. People look at you like you're a fool. This world is backwards. If you didn't read it in a book written by humans, they don't want to believe you. I think that's why you were struggling, Cancer. I think that's why you were struggling. You may have felt very alone because you don't, what you're going through is obviously, you know, each of us go through an awakening unique to our situation, but there may have been the way you were learning it, the way you were experiencing it, the way it was being presented to you from God. I feel like it was also triggering. It was healing and triggering at the same time, because you were like, wow, you're giving me all of this and I can't, who do I share this with? What do I do with this? So there was some frustration in your awakening. Also frustration in your awakening because I think you recognized and realized what you needed to do and maybe who you needed to let go of. And there was an element, an energy of just not being able to do that. Clarify the Tower, please. Why is the Tower a challenge here for Cancer? You have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this is investment into self. It could be an outside energy. It could also be a mother energy here. Queen of Pentacles is a mother energy. So there could have been some type of healing or awakening that you had to do in regards to a mother wound. That has been very common in the collective recently. But it ties into nurturing and loving and how you love yourself. Okay, but there was a struggle here. You were confined into a certain space or a certain way of being when you really wanted to be liberated from that. But there was a lot of heartbreak that came from being liberated. I feel like this is like liberation from what you've always known, or just like, you know, people placed you in a box or expected you to be this particular person, but you're so much more than that. Okay. So your struggle though was working through this awareness or this awakening of self. Strongly having to do with stability, finances, or, you know, money or purpose, and how does that portray in your life? Okay, Cancer. So your next steps of action and the outcome is the 8 of Coins and the 7 of Swords. You're in the process of completing something and you're not telling people. Something's about to be completed. Like the last piece to your puzzle is here and you know it and you're kind of keeping it to yourself, or you're being like sneaky about what it is you're doing. Not in a bad, sneaky, not in a bad way, right? Not in a bad way. This is like you're kind of keeping it to yourself because, I mean, because you've learned that not everybody needs to know your next move. But I feel like you're about to complete something or finalize something and people are going to be surprised about it. Yeah. The 6 of Cups came out. Let me put that back. Holy Spirit, please clarify the 8 of Coins with the 7 of Swords, please, for Cancer. What is this 8 of Coins and the 7 of Swords? 2 cards came out. You have Strength and the 5 of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Let me look at these for a minute here. This is something that you've been working on for, it's about your anger. It's about you stepping out of your anger. There's a transformation. This could just be something on the inside, but see, as this takes place on the inside, it's going to start to reflect on the outside. There is something in regards to communication or the truth that has been hidden and it's coming forward, but there's conflict here. But it's the last puzzle piece. Whatever you learned, whatever this hidden information is that you're going to learn or you have already learned, this was the last puzzle piece in regards to you being able to heal that conflict within and to step into your true strength. You're being conditioned for something. I feel like there's either competition or conflict around you with a group of people. And you're tired of you're tired of this conflict. You're wanting to, again, pull away from anything that is not aligned with you. But with the 8 of Coins and the 7 of Swords, it's like whatever was hidden, you're receiving the truth. And when it does, it sets you free from all of this conflict. It's almost like, I don't need to fight anymore, is what it is. You're like, why would I fight for this? I'm not fighting for any of this. I know that sounds weird, but I feel like, because Cancer, there's something underlying in this energy of yours that's already yours, but I don't think you have it yet and you're unaware of it because you're closing out this energy, this toxic cycle here. You're walking away from this anger. There's a transition taking place, and when that comes in, this gift comes to you. You feel this gift intuitively. You do. But you have to finish closing out this one last cycle, and it's requiring a lot of strength. There's something about this that is making me think of the 40 days and nights that Jesus had to spend out in the wild with the devil. That's really what I'm getting from this strength and the 5 of Wands. But you're almost there. There's a missing puzzle piece that's been hidden from you for quite some time that's going to come in. Let's just clarify, please, closing messages. Gosh, we got long. Clarify this King of Cups, please, for overall closing messages for Cancer. What does this King of Cups represents? The Knight of Swords. Yeah, so there's some type of information coming to you. Some type of either communication from a specific person with the Death card that will help you close out any of these cycles, that will help you understand what was taking place. All right, Cancer, I'm sending you much love.